Golden State Warriors fan, we're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The ongoing saga between Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors is turning into one of the more intriguing storylines of this offseason, and it all centers around the hefty contract extension that Kuminga is reportedly seeking. We're talking about a price tag somewhere around $30 million a year, which, given where Kuminga currently stands in his career, has stirred quite a bit of debate among Warriors fans and NBA observers alike. When Kuminga was drafted 7th overall in 2021, expectations were sky high. The franchise and its fanbase looked at him as a cornerstone for the future, someone who could eventually step into a larger role alongside established stars like Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and later, Jimmy Butler. The hope was that Kuminga would develop into a versatile forward capable of impacting the game on both ends of the floor, bringing energy, athleticism, and a scoring punch that could complement the Warriors' style of play. However, the trajectory since then has been somewhat bumpy. While the team initially appeared to stick with him and invest in his growth, the arrival of Jimmy Butler shifted the dynamics. Butler's presence in the lineup inevitably meant fewer touches, fewer opportunities, and a somewhat diminished role for Kuminga. The young forward found himself playing fewer minutes and not quite fitting into the team's evolving strategy the way many expected. When he first came into the league, this change hasn't gone unnoticed by the fans, many of whom have been vocal about their frustrations, especially directed towards head coach Steve Kerr, who has overseen many championship runs and developed countless players, has been criticized for never fully committing to Kuminga as a key piece. Fans often point out moments where it seemed like Kerr hesitated to give Kuminga the minutes or responsibility that could have helped his confidence and development. This perceived lack of backing has created an uneasy atmosphere around Kuminga's future with Golden State. The contract negotiations have become a sticking point, with talks between the players' camp and the Warriors reportedly stalling because of the wide gap in expectations. Kuminga is pushing for that substantial $30 million a year deal, which is no small amount, especially for a player who has yet to solidify himself as a consistent impact player on a championship contending team. From the franchise's perspective, matching that kind of salary to a player who is still very much in the process of proving his long-term value feels like a risk. Looking at the sentiment from the Warriors fanbase, it's clear that a large portion are hesitant to back Kuminga's contract demands. Many fans have openly expressed skepticism about whether Kuminga deserves that level of investment. At this point, some argue that his production so far doesn't justify a payday anywhere near $30 million annually, pointing to his stats from last season as evidence. Last year, Kuminga averaged just over 15 points, a bit under 5 rebounds, and around 2 assists per game, numbers that are respectable for a young player, but not quite elite or star level for many supporters, especially those who have watched the Warriors navigate multiple title runs and roster adjustments over the past decade. Paying that much for a player who has yet to take a definitive leap feels premature. Comments from fans range from blunt disbelief to quiet resignation, with some saying that the proposed contract is not happening or that it's worthless to meet those terms. Others have simply voiced fatigue over the ongoing speculation, tired of hearing rumors that seem to drag on without resolution. The timing of this standoff couldn't be more impactful. The Warriors' offseason has been unusually quiet, and much of that silence can be traced back to the unresolved Kuminga situation. With salary cap space constrained by massive deals given to Curry, Butler, and Draymond Green, the front office is essentially stuck in a holding pattern. Making additional moves or adding new players to the roster is challenging until they figure out where Kuminga fits into their plans and salary structure. It's a delicate balance because the Warriors want to remain competitive in a league that is constantly evolving, but they also have to be fiscally responsible. The CBA collective bargaining agreement rules have shifted in recent years to limit the top end of player salaries, meaning teams have to be more strategic about who they pay and how much they allocate to different players. Stephen Curry himself has publicly acknowledged these constraints, emphasizing how the new rules force teams to make tough decisions regarding their rosters and payrolls. Kuminga seems to be holding firm, though, standing his ground and signaling that he believes his market value aligns with his asking price. This standoff has created an impasse that neither side seems eager to break prematurely. leaving the Warriors in a precarious position. The complexity of the situation lies in the fact that both parties have reasons to hesitate. From Golden State's side, there's the worry that locking Kuminga into a big contract now might limit flexibility later, especially if he doesn't develop into the player they hope he can be. On the flip side, Kuminga probably doesn't want to commit long-term to a team where his role has been uncertain, and where he might not get the opportunities to showcase his true potential. The arrival of veterans like Butler changes team dynamics, and sometimes young players have to wait their turn or even consider other options to find the right fit. It's a classic scenario in the NBA where talent, money, opportunity, and timing all have to align for the best possible outcome, while all eyes remain on Kuminga. The Warriors have quietly been exploring other avenues to strengthen their roster, particularly with younger, more affordable talent. One player gaining attention is Taran Armstrong, a versatile guard from Australia who impressed during the 2025 NBA Summer League. Armstrong's path to the NBA has been unconventional. After 2 years at California Baptist and a brief professional stint back home, he earned a chance with Golden State on a two-way contract. His performances in Summer League have shown that he could be much more than just a bench filler. At 6'5", Armstrong possesses the size, vision, and playmaking ability that could fit seamlessly into Steve Kerr's offense, which thrives on multiple playmakers creating space and opportunities on the court. Although Armstrong isn't a high-volume scorer, his ability to impact the game in a variety of ways, whether through assists, steals, or smart movement, makes him a promising candidate to carve out a role in the Warriors' rotation. The current roster situation further complicates the picture for Golden State, with Curry and Butler locked into massive deals that take up a significant chunk of the payroll. For the next few seasons, the team's flexibility to sign or retain players at higher salaries is limited. Add Draymond Green's contract into the mix, and the Warriors are faced with a top-heavy salary structure that forces them to look for value deals in the mid to low salary range. This is where players like Armstrong become crucial, affordable, yet impactful contributors who can help balance the roster, while the Warriors' window to compete at the highest level still revolves around their stars. Having a solid supporting cast is essential for sustained success. Given this context, the Kuminga situation has become a central storyline not just because of the money involved, but because it reflects broader challenges for the Warriors. As they try to remain contenders, there's a clear need to blend veteran leadership with developing talent to maintain competitive chemistry while planning for the future. The uncertainty around Kuminga leaves a hole in that equation, and the longer it drags on, the harder it becomes for Golden State to finalize plans for the upcoming season. From the fans' perspective, patience seems to be running thin. The combination of unmet expectations for Kuminga's role and the steep contract demands has led many to question whether the Warriors should part ways with him if an agreement cannot be reached. Some believe that moving on might be the best solution, allowing both sides to pursue opportunities that better fit their ambitions and financial realities. However, others hold onto hope that Kuminga can still grow into the player that the Warriors envisioned when they drafted him. Regardless of the outcome, this negotiation is one of those pivotal moments that could define the next chapter of Golden State's journey, either reaffirming their commitment to building around Kuminga or signaling a shift toward a different roster composition. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In what could be one of the most surprising moves of the NBA offseason, whispers are growing loud around the Bay Area as Sotto reportedly arrives in San Francisco, sparking speculation of a potential signing with the Golden State Warriors. Sources close to the situation suggest that the towering 7'3" Filipino center has landed in the city with his representatives, fueling rumors of a developing agreement with the franchise known for its sharp shooting and small ball legacy. While no official statement has been released by the team or Sotto's camp, sightings of the player at the Chase Center have ignited intrigue among fans and analysts alike. The timing of his visit is particularly noteworthy, given the Warriors' ongoing search for size and depth in their front court. Many are beginning to wonder if Sotto could be a strategic addition to the roster, offering a unique blend of international flair and raw potential that could complement Golden State's evolving style. His arrival in San Francisco has not gone unnoticed, with social media buzzing and local reporters staking out team facilities. If these murmurs hold any weight, the Warriors may be on the cusp of making a move that could redefine their developmental Priorities for the coming season. Sotto's potential signing with the Warriors would mark a historic moment, not only for the franchise but also for Philippine basketball as a whole. The 22-year-old big man has long been seen as the face of the next generation of Filipino basketball talent, having already built a loyal following through his stints in the NBL Australia, the NBA Summer League, and most recently in Japan's B-League. His arrival in the NBA has been widely anticipated, but joining a team like Golden State adds another layer of excitement and speculation. Could the Warriors be positioning themselves to tap into a massive and passionate Southeast Asian fanbase by bringing in Sotto, marketing considerations aside? Some insiders believe the front office sees genuine value in his on-court potential, with the team needing reinforcements in the paint, particularly in rim protection and rebounding. Sotto's height and improving skill set may offer more than just a PR boost. Though still raw in certain aspects of his game, his vision, footwork, and soft touch around the rim have impressed scouts, especially those who believe he just needs the right developmental system. The Warriors, known for their player development success, may see Sotto as a high-upside project worth the investment, despite his international experience. Sotto has yet to secure a guaranteed NBA contract, and that fact alone has added to the mystery surrounding his visit to San Francisco. Some sources suggest that this might not be a mere courtesy visit or exploratory meeting, but a full-fledged negotiation for a two-way deal or training camp invite. Given Golden State's limited cap space and focus on younger, cost-effective talent, signing Sotto could align with their current roster-building philosophy. There is also talk that team scouts had quietly observed his workouts in Japan over the past season, showing a level of interest that may now be coming to fruition. The Warriors have historically embraced international players, from Andris Biedrich to Nemanja Bjelica, and Sotto could be the next chapter in that global tradition, even if a contract isn't finalized immediately. Insiders are speculating that a preseason evaluation could be on the table, with media outlets in the Philippines already picking up the story. The buzz is not likely to fade anytime soon. For now, all eyes are on Golden State's front office, as fans and analysts alike await any hint of confirmation or denial of this rapidly spreading rumor. Adding to the intrigue is the fact that the Warriors have not publicly commented on Sotto's presence in San Francisco, leading some to believe that something may indeed be brewing behind closed doors. NBA franchises often remain silent during early stages of player evaluations or negotiations, and this silence could be indicative of ongoing talks. The Warriors' developmental track record under Steve Kerr and his coaching staff has been particularly effective for players who come into the league needing polish, with James Wiseman no longer on the roster and Kevin Looney's role fluctuating. There's a notable gap in the depth chart that Sotto could potentially fill, especially if the team is thinking long-term. Some analysts have even suggested that Sotto could be a 2-year project aimed at gradually integrating him into the rotation. His youth, combined with his eagerness to learn, makes him an appealing option for a franchise that has successfully nurtured untapped potential in the past. There's a feeling that if the Warriors don't act quickly, another team might swoop in. Given Sotto's rising profile and the growing recognition of Asian talent within the league, this moment might be a crossroads for both the player and the franchise. If the rumors prove true, Sotto's arrival in the Bay Area could signal a new chapter, not only for his career, but also for the Warriors' global outreach strategy. The NBA continues to grow its international footprint, and tapping into the Philippine market, arguably one of the most basketball-obsessed nations in the world, could offer both competitive and commercial benefits. Sotto, with his towering frame and charismatic presence, embodies the kind of international star in the making that the league thrives on. Golden State, with its global brand and loyal fanbase, could provide the ideal platform for his ascent. However, until a contract is signed or an official announcement is made, everything remains in the realm of speculation. The fact that he's been spotted in San Francisco, however, is more than enough to keep the rumor mill spinning. Journalists are keeping their ears to the ground, insiders are watching for subtle roster moves, and fans in both the US and the Philippines are refreshing their feeds in hopes of an update. Whether this visit leads to a breakthrough opportunity or simply adds another layer to Sotto's NBA journey, the buzz surrounding his possible signing with the Warriors is impossible to ignore. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.